Hey everyone, welcome back to Metanoia. My name is Carrie Jean. Today we're going to be making a video on the numerology of January. Now I just want to apologize real quick because I don't have my normal setup. I'm traveling for my birthday, so I was unable to take with me my normal camera and microphone, so I'm filming this on my iPhone hoping it's good enough. I'm hoping that you can hear me. You might just have to make the sound louder on your device, so I apologize if that's the case. So today we're going to be continuing my series on the calendar year. If you haven't done so already, maybe just check out my video on the numerology of January. Maybe you're new to this channel, or maybe you just haven't been caught up on my videos, but if either is the case, I am doing a series on the calendar year. This is a timeless series where we're going to be exploring the numerological significance of the months by themselves. So this is not about February 2020. So if you were looking for that, sorry, but this is applicable to any February, so maybe this will be useful to you. So let's begin with talking about what energies we just came out of, which was the number 1, January. We discussed in our previous video that it was a lot about ambition and it was a lot about willpower, and on the extreme side of that, there's a lot of people making New Year's resolutions are kind of attacking their goals as much as they can, which is much vigor as they have in them. So we come to a time where we come to step 2 of this process where we need to take a break, and it's very interesting how it works out like this in numerology and within the calendar year, because the number 2 is all about balance. It's all about love, and it's about emotions. And how interesting is it that we are in a month of love, and what holiday do we have this month? Valentine's Day. Now don't get me started about this frickin' holiday. I hate Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a little sidetrack here in this video for a moment to explain why. And that is just because it's not about love. It's a very commercial holiday that's really is just geared towards cheap romance. And I find that disgusting when love is such an expansive thing, and it could be about so much more, but it's just basically a commercial holiday, and it sucks, in my opinion. If you want to celebrate a romantic relationship, I think that's what anniversaries are for. You know, that's what date nights are for. Love is not just romance, and I would even say that there's little to no love in romance these days, especially because we're all very lost people, and we kind of have commodified one another in such a way that is very, it's not love, is all I have to say about that. And so it's like we're in this month where it's supposed to be about love, but then we might find ourselves a little bit more lonely than usual this month, and I that's very sad. That's very unfortunate, because it doesn't have to be that way. And it's just like, if you want to experience the love of Valentine's Day, if you've never had a Valentine, guess what? I'm your Valentine now. Love is about so much more than cheap romance. Cheap romance isn't love, and it's about friendship, you know? That's why, like, Galentine's Day, or whatever the heck it's called, Park and Rec reference, is a thing. It's much more than just a thing that you do for your significant other who you're in a romantic relationship with. It's just, you know, what is love? You know, just try to maybe shift your focus to that this month, a little bit away from I need to buy people things, and more towards how can I express love in my life, and how can I contribute in my community in a loving way. And you know, you have family members, and you have friends, and you have pets, and you are love, and just that's my 2 cents on that for February. I just feel like that was necessary to say this month. Even now, I mean, it's not even February yet, but I'm with a very good friend, and I joke all the time. I'm like, Rachel, you're my boyfriend. because I think this is easier in like female relationships to like have a level of intimacy with another person without having sex with them and without needing them to buy you dinner or things like that. Like just being able to exist in another room with another human being and appreciate them, appreciate their soul. I think that's lost. I think we lost that. I think, unfortunately, that's very rare now. I think we look at other people as means to an end, or just like, what can you do for me, you know? This isn't fucking Build-A-Bitch workshop where you like go into a little factory and make a human and it's your perfect human like a fucking robot. You know, people are organic beings, and we have to learn to appreciate one another on deeper levels that go beyond what can you do for me, you know, in a sexual way or in any way. Maybe it's a monetary way. Maybe it's in just some other egotistical way. It's like there's like an infinite spectrum of how this can go. And I don't know how this is going to be received, because I don't know many people who have this kind of outlook on all of this. But at the same time, I know that there's a lot of lonely people out there and a lot of emotionally, you know, deprived people who are craving intimacy. And this is my advice on that. If you're craving intimacy, just look for the deeper meaning of love in these ways. And I keep trying to like stop the video here and talk about something else, and then I remember something else that I would like to say. So I'm gonna shift away from that now and talk about other elements of the number 2 for this month that might be applicable. Another thing that's worth mentioning for February is that sometimes this is an emotional time for other reasons. Things could maybe surface, you know, things that are coming up when we didn't have a time to deal with them when we were so busy in, you know, from October to basically January, or maybe even past that. We might just find ourselves when we kind of like pause a bit and experience kind of like the emotional intensity of the number 2, things will surface. And my advice to that is to just let them surface and, you know, process them if you have that kind of February. And I think that if you live in the northern hemisphere of the planet and you are experiencing winter during February, this is especially true because we're all stuck inside. And for a lot of us, there's not much to do. We kind of get bored of the same old, so maybe we just like spend more time inside. You know, we get tired trying to like seize the day, and we just end up, you know, watching a lot of television and eating a lot of snacks and just, you know, becoming a hermit. And when stuff like that happens, a lot of the time we're not our best selves, and, you know, things do tend to surface. So in that case, just take this month as a time to pause and to rest and look towards the future, look towards March, when we're going to have a change of pace that will be very welcomed. It's quite possible that at this time, maybe you had a very standard January where you were trying to, you know, attack your goals in this kind of extreme way, and you need to restore balance. But don't forget like the ways in which you need to restore balance in your life. We have mental bodies and we have physical bodies, we have emotional bodies, we are spiritual things. And so just take time to look at all these areas of your life and figure out what needs more, what needs less. 2 is a very diplomatic number. Maybe you'd need to be diplomatic in that way. Maybe you need to just like cut some things out. Be like, I feel like I was going about January in such a way that was actually depriving other areas, and I was working backwards. I'm going to, you know, notice this, acknowledge it, and try something different. I'm gonna, you know, make a diplomatic decision to kind of consolidate. That's the word that I forgot to say. That's the word that I really like for this month, is to consolidate everything yourself this month, your obligations and your aspirations, and, you know, your everything this month. That this is a month to consolidate, maybe even your physical house, maybe even cleaning. I don't know what it is for you right now, but yeah. I'm sorry if the camera angle is different now. I actually just got a phone call and I had to pick it up, but I think I was done explaining February anyway. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this series and how your February's going. I always love to hear what you guys are going through and what's on your mind. So yeah, if you haven't done so already, please like, comment, and subscribe so that those who can find my channel can. And I'll see you all very soon. Have a lovely week and take care, guys.